Think about your phone for a second. Right now, there are probably 5 people who could reach you in 3 seconds. You are connected to the entire world 24/7. But have you ever noticed a strange, quiet urge growing inside you? A sudden, violent desire to just delete everything, to stop answering texts, to put the phone in a drawer, and to disappear into a life where no one knows your name? Most people think disappearing is a sign of weakness or a mental breakdown. We call it ghosting or isolating. But in psychology, there is a hidden reality. For some, disappearing isn't an act of destruction. It is the ultimate act of self-preservation. Why is it that the more connected we become, the more we feel like we are losing our souls? There is a biological threshold, a mental red line, that once crossed makes isolation the only way to survive. By the end of this video, you'll understand the social mirror theory and why your brain is currently suffocating under the weight of other people's expectations. I'm going to reveal the 7-day reset that high performers use to reclaim their identity, and why going ghost might be the most productive thing you ever do. 1. The social mirror and the false self. We think we know who we are, but psychology suggests that who you are right now is actually a composite character. Every time you interact with someone, you hold up a social mirror. You subconsciously adjust your tone, your posture, and your opinions to fit what they expect of you. If you have 500 followers or a large friend group, you are carrying 500 different versions of yourself. Imagine wearing 500 masks at the same time. Eventually, the weight becomes so heavy that the person underneath the mask, the real you, starts to starve. You think you're tired because of your job or your degenerate scrolling habits. The twist: you aren't tired of doing things. You are tired of being seen. You aren't burnt out, you are perceived out. You disappear because when no one is looking at you, you finally don't have to be anyone. What opens to the brain when the mirrors are gone? In a moment, we'll look at why total isolation can actually be more dangerous than addiction if you don't do it correctly. 2. The default mode network. When you disappear, something physical happens inside your skull. Your brain has a setting called the default mode network, DMN. This is the part of the brain that activates when you aren't focused on the outside world. It's where your creativity, your long-term goals, and your self-narrative live. In our modern brain rot culture, your DMN is being constantly hijacked. Notifications, pings, and the need to be liked act like a DDoS attack on your brain. You literally lose the ability to think about your own future because you are too busy reacting to everyone else's present. Disappearing is like hitting the factory reset button. When you remove the social pressure, the DMN begins to repair itself. This is why your best ideas come in the shower or during a long walk alone. You didn't find an idea. You finally gave your brain enough silence to hear one. But there is a dark side. Some people disappear and never come back. Why do some people find themselves in the silence, while others lose their minds? The answer lies in the loneliness versus solitude paradox. 3. The difference between running away and running toward here is the obvious twist you didn't see coming. Isolation is a drug. If you disappear because you are afraid of the world, you are running away. This leads to chronic loneliness, which has the same health impact as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Your brain begins to see everyone as a threat, and your social muscles atrophy. But if you disappear because you are hungry for yourself, you are running towards solitude. Solitude is a state of being alone without being lonely. It is where you decouple your self-worth from your like count. High-value individuals, thinkers, creators, and leaders often go through a dark period, a time where they delete the apps, stop the parties, and focus entirely on their craft. People will tell you that you're being weird or antisocial. The truth: they aren't worried about you. They are uncomfortable that they don't have the courage to do what you're doing. They are stuck in the degenerate loop, and your silence is a reminder of their noise. The conclusion: the strategic ghost. So should you disappear? If you feel like you are living a life that was scripted by someone else, if you feel like yourself has become a performance, then the answer is yes. But don't just ghost. Do it with intent. Turn off the brain rot. Stop feeding the algorithm that wants to keep you distracted. Instead of scrolling through other people's lives, take a week to look at your own. You'll find that when you stop trying to be for others, you finally start existing for yourself. You are watching this because you're ready to move past the surface level noise. You want the deep architecture of the mind. If you want to understand why your brain does what it does, subscribe. The world won't end if you disappear for a while. In fact, it might finally start for you. I'll see you in the next one.